And I'm joined by Manoj Chaudhary, Professor Manoj Chaudhary. He's the Vice Chancellor of Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. He's also the Management Council member of Semiconductor Laboratory India. He's joining us from Bengaluru. Thank you, Professor Chaudhary, for joining us. We heard
Good evening, Amrit Palji. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. So we heard the Prime Minister speak at Semicon India 2024, making a strong pitch, saying, come to India, it's the right time to be here, saying when the world's chips are down, you can bet on India. All that is very good for the Indian Prime Minister to pitch to global companies to come to India, but they will only come depending upon what India brings to the table. What does India bring to the table?
Today, India is very strongly driving to become a developed country. And it is based on three things that Honorable Prime Minister mentioned. Firstly, the reformist government with a very predictable and stable policies. Secondly, a very strong support for the manufacturing sector. And thirdly, a market that is highly aspirational in nature. These are the three very, very important things, and when very well supported by highly educated technical workforce within the country. If you look around, all around the world, most of the technology companies, you will find Indians who have studied for their first degrees in India are currently leading those companies. So Indians' technological know-how and the prowess is well known. With such a large talent base available in India, with demographic dividend currently in India's favor, I think it is only natural that outside India, every country will look at India, every company will look at India with these kind of things of predictive policies, manufacturing base, as well as the aspirational market that we talked about, along with the talent that is available.
Do we, Professor Chaudhary, really have that skilled manpower base? We have a lot of engineers, we have, technicians, but do we have cutting-edge, skilled manpower that may be required in such a crucial or such a competitive industry?
In semiconductor industry and manufacturing, there are few skills that are required, right? Okay. Some skills are, in India is already known as a design house. Most top semiconductor companies of the world, whether they be Intel, they be AMD or Texas Instruments and NVIDIA and others, if you look, they already have large design R&D centers in India. So design capability point of view, currently India has great capabilities. If you look in terms of manufacturing, yes, we did not have too many, but that is where India Semiconductor Mission's focus to develop 85,000 people, engineer level, technician level over next 10 years. And not only that announcement quickly resulted into preparing a curriculum for semiconductor sector that is based on industry inputs with industry relevance and rigor. And very quickly, AICT and many of such regulatory bodies actually worked very proactively to make sure such curriculum is integrated into our top institutes and universities. And we have semiconductor-related courses and programs. Today, we have universities like us and IITs. They are already having semiconductor-related courses. And further, as we move ahead, for different aspects related to fabrication, related to design tools. Many of the design tool related companies like Synopsys, Cadence, all of them have very strong base in India. And therefore, I believe that from design ecosystem, we were already very strong, perhaps the best in whole of the world. And now when we are looking at the manufacturing sector, and there also, if you know, our strategy is very broad-based. We are not only looking at only fabs, we are also looking at ATMP facilities, that is more for assembly, testing, marking. We are looking for OSAT facilities in terms of outsourced semiconductor assembly. So we are looking at all aspects, because semiconductor is not only about chip development, it is also about system development. It also needs to be well supported by a harmonized software, and that is where India's skills and strengths are well known.
Okay. R&D is a very important requirement if you want to remain competitive, given that technology changes by the hour, not even by the day. What is the scenario, paint a realistic scenario of the collaboration between the industry and our academic institutions that could produce people who can deal with quality R&D?
Okay. the scenario has rapidly changed over the last 10 years. Gone are the days when industry and academia were two different worlds working in their respective silos. Today, if you look at any institute, and I can give many examples, at least from my university, that is where I am working, each of the program that we have is actually prepared by industry. The top industries like railways, like Airbus, Siemens, several of them are big partners. Nokia, many of them are very, very big. Jacobs is another big US semiconductor company. We have formal partnership with them, and they are coming forward not only to set up center of excellences, but for doing joint research. So when there is a meaningfulness of the purpose, and when both the intent as well as specific actions and tangible actions plans are prepared, I have seen that industry comes forward, and industry and academia both have to cross their respective distances to achieve the common goal. It is not that academics will only and only do theoretical research. Academics derive great pleasure when their theoretical research results into outcomes that touches the hands of billions of humanity on this planet Earth. And that is what is now going to significantly transform. All industries with significant push from government. Yesterday, all of us know, Prime Minister chaired the first meeting of the Anusandhan National Research Foundation, where a significantly large amount of research funding now shall be available to the academic institutes. And all academic institutes and industry, if we work in select and focus model, that is to not everybody trying to do everything, but work based on our expertise level, we believe we can create those synergies. Our university's name itself is Gati Sakti, that is based on the PM Gati Sakti National Master Plan, whose
Okay.
essence and the spirit is integrated planning and development in synergized fashion between different ministries and departments. And if industry and institutes can work in that true spirit of collaboration, synergy building, breaking silos, we have no reasons that we cannot succeed.
All right. On that note, we leave it there. Professor Manoj Chaudhary, thank you very much for joining us and lending us your insights. Thank you.